Hello, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. How are you doing? I know I look totally different today because my eye colour has changed. I just have these crazy eyes where they just change colour all the time. Okay, that was a lie. You got me. I wear blue contact lenses sometimes because brown hair and blue eyes is just the best combo. My hair is super flat. Literally, I haven't worn makeup or done anything in like the last week. So I went to Miami a couple weekends ago, week and a half ago, and I just haven't recovered from when I've come home. Like, I've just been like... But I'm good today. I'm back with brown eyes and flat hair. So I hope you are ready for this video. So today, what I'm going to talk to you all about is top 10 hacks to get the most successful episode story there is in the whole world. Literally, it'll go straight to number 1. Probably won't. But if you keep working hard, there's a good chance it could. So I'm going to share with you 10 hacks that I found that's made my stories more successful or more popular. So let's start with number 1. Just a little quick side note, I've always thought, like, how are YouTubers so pretty? Like, how do they look so good all the time, whatever they're doing? Now I realise it's all just a lie. Like, you can easily look rubbish at least 6 days of the week and just put on makeup one day and film 5 videos, and then everyone will think you're beautiful all the time. Life hack. Don't show people anything but the best. Hack number 1 to making the most successful story ever is to add full customization for yourself or like for them and their love interest. I find that if you don't add customization, people just ask for customization anyway. And I've written like 6 or 7 stories and only one of them had like very minor customization, like you could just change their hair, and it's still, I don't even think it's had 10,000 reads and it's been out for like a year. But compare that to a story that I published with full customization in May, and it's had like 1.5 million reads since May this year. So I always think customization is awesome in stories because it's what people want. And if you want to write a successful story and you want people, you don't have to do it all the time. I'm not saying you have to do any of these things, but it's something that I have found that's super, super helpful. Now, a few people are going to be like, well, how do I add character customization into my story? I don't know how to do it. Luckily, there is a template. I mean, you can find templates on Instagram if you're involved in the episode community. But if you're not, you can, well, or even if you are and don't want to ask anyone, you can find them on the portal. Okay, this is the latest chapter of Golden Girl that's not published, but it's up. So I'm going to show you where the templates will be. If you go down here, this is on the portal on the back end. Let me turn the brightness down. So script templates here, and then it shows like female ones and male ones, and it just shows you what it will look like. It'll come out like this. So that is my number 1 tip, hack, life skill. Add customization to your stories. Moving on to number 2. Okay, number 2, and this is something that I found seriously affects my rankings. So like in episode, you've got your trending user rank, and I think there's about 150,000 stories out. So my goal is always to be number 1. I can't help it, it's just the way I am. And I find when I published multiple chapters at the same time, then it tends to pick up the reads real quick and your ranking tends to get higher. And once you get higher, it's easier to stay higher, but it's still not easy. But if you publish your chapters in batches, like 3 or 4 at a time, it really helps people get into the story, get involved, wonder what happens next. So publish as many chapters as you can. Start with 20 chapters, publish 20 chapters at a time. No, I'm totally exaggerating, but what I would say is publish with like between 5 and 10 chapters when you publish your story, and then update if you can. I'd say like once a week, 3 chapters, but that is a lot of hard work. This isn't easy. These are like life hacks that actually it's like life hard work skills that you have to do to make a successful story. Number 3. Get on Instagram. Instagram. Get involved in the episode community online. There are so many people that you will meet and things that you will learn. I have met so many incredible people that have taught me so much. There are incredible custom backgrounds out there, I'll come on to that later, but there's loads of people that have them and templates and people that will know stuff that you don't. And not only will you learn a lot from being involved in the community, the word will get out there about your story too. If you don't promote it, how are people going to find out about it? If people don't know who you are, how are they going to know what your story is? Let's get on Instagram. Okay, coming on to the point from number 3. Number 4, add custom backgrounds. Some of you will be asking what custom backgrounds are. So backgrounds and overlays are the artwork that you use in your story. Episode provide a bunch already, which I will show you. Look at my babies. Look, I'm a real YouTuber now. That's what they do. Okay, away from getting distracted. Episode already has a bunch of backgrounds, and you can find them all in the art catalogue here. So these are the episode backgrounds that you can use already, but custom backgrounds are ones that people don't have access to. You can find them online, you can just type in like backgrounds on Google, or you can just go on Instagram, find people, make sure you credit them, of course. So these are the backgrounds that I have. So like I said, I've got like 6 or 7 stories now, I can't remember. And these are the amount of backgrounds I've had for those stories. Wow, there's so many. It's really good though, when you start a story or before you start a story, just go through, find as many backgrounds as you can, all the backgrounds that you want for that, and then upload them all. Okay, so I'm not going to go through those anymore. They're my backgrounds. I haven't created any of them. I've used a lot of backgrounds from people that I found on Instagram, and I will write a lot of them in the description. So you can go check them out and get some of your own custom backgrounds. And then there's overlays too. Overlays are like the you can put your character in front or behind them, whereas backgrounds, it's just in the back. So like, look at overlays as like foregrounds and backgrounds as backgrounds. This is some amazing work by Maya, something exciting we're working on together, coming soon to an episode app near you. Tip number 5. I keep clapping at the moment because PewDiePie claps and I love him. Anyway, so number 5 is core. It's like one of the most important things, and that's to get some decent cover art. So cover art is like your book cover. So this is my most recent one. It's not actually, but it's a very recent cover. And this is done by Winry. She is absolutely incredible artist. So I do commission these, so I do pay to get these done, but I think it's totally worth it, and I think it's incredible, and I couldn't make them myself. But this is the main one they see here. So this is Golden Girl, and I love it. But you want something that stands out, that makes it look different to the other stories on the app, and you've got to think this is like the first thing that people are going to see. So you want it to be good. They say never judge a book by its cover, but that's literally what we do all the time. Laughing at me now, you think that I'm gonna ask your sister what you're missing out. Tip number 6. Wait, what was tip number 6? Oh yeah, I remember. You know what? I should have just written it down, and I'm just relying on everything in here, and it's just terrible because I forget stuff all the time. So tip number 6 is make a long story. The reason I say long story, I don't mean like super long chapters or like a story that's too long and you're just writing whatever and it's not good because you just want to make it long. But try and, in my opinion, I think you should try and plan around like 40-50 chapters. I plan a core event for like the first, every 10 chapters, there's got to be like a core point to those 10 chapters where it significantly affects the story, and then like have other good drama going on in the background. But if you plan for around 40 chapters, it really allows you to get involved in the characters, and the readers can really start to learn the background story about the characters, rather than it being like a short 5 chapter story and like it's kind of like a short story. I look at it as almost like a sitcom rather than a movie. So I'd say like chapters, like stories with chapters under 20, like under 20 chapters, they're like movies, and over 20 chapters it's more like a sitcom, like Friends or Big Bang Theory or something, well, that's how I see it myself. But more chapters means more reads, which means moreness. Do you want more? Well, then do more. Tip number 7 is actually, I think, one of the most vital points, which a lot of people don't do, and that's look for inspiration everywhere. Don't just sit down in front of a computer and be like, okay, I'm gonna write now, unless you're an absolute genius. Like, look for inspiration, watch loads of movies, watch loads of TV, watch loads of shows, read loads of episode stories, go out and look at stuff. Like, literally try and find inspiration from everywhere so that you are filled with ideas all the time. Because if you're just doing like mundane stuff, Monday to Friday, or like, I guess going to school is pretty fun. Oh my god, so nerdy. Like, that kind of thing, you know what I mean. Look for stuff that will help you write your genre story. If you're writing a horror story, go and watch loads of horror films and read loads of horror books, and then get really like connected with the genre and what other people are making in the genre, so you know what's good. So just do that. Look, research, get to know. I keep hitting my hand on my keyboard and it's starting to hurt. Let's go, champ! Tip 8. Okay, this is also really important. It's something I don't usually adhere to. Don't rush your stories. Like, I put so much pressure on myself, and I'm like, well, I've got to write, I've got to get like 4 chapters out this week, and it's got to be done straight away, and they have to be this length, and I get really crazy. I don't recommend that. I recommend taking things at your own pace. Like, don't be super slow. Like, as long as you're putting the hours in, don't rush like, oh, well, I don't have time to proofread it because I want to publish at 7 p.m. Publish it the next day. Because although, yeah, you might have got those reads a couple days earlier, or got your rankings a couple days, like got higher rankings a couple days earlier, it does not mean that it's going to stay. Whereas it, like, stay high, or you're not going to continue to get those good reads. So just wait until you're ready to publish. Like, literally, this weekend, I was in Florida, and I was ready with 3 chapters to publish, and I just needed to proofread them one more time, and I didn't, because I didn't want to. Like, I was like, oh yeah, you know, I'll just rush to get them out now so I can enjoy the rest of my day, because it was the morning, and obviously I was in Florida. And I made, like, a fatal error. Like, I put notes for myself in my chapters, and I put literally the unknown character that you're not meant to know who that person is. I put their name, and I put they exit, where that was just a note for me, and I published it, and I ruined it for a lot of people. I'm sorry, everyone. But just don't be me, and don't rush. Okay, point 9 about writing a successful story is don't be afraid to be cliche. It's okay. It's okay to be cliche. Like, there are no original ideas, basically. Like, everything has been done before. That's what art is about. It's about interpreting other people's art, basically, and recreating it. Get over it. That happens. Stuff is cliche. Any high school story is going to be cliche. Any college story is going to be cliche. Any love story is going to be cliche. Just literally get over it and enjoy writing. Put your own spin on it. Like, I love writing high school stories, and I love writing college stories, and I love writing rom-coms, and yeah, it's all been done a million times before, but I put my spin on it, and people still seem to enjoy it. So don't worry about being cliche. If you want to write about a bad boy and a pregnant girl, then you do it, mate. Okay, point 10. Point 10. Wait, what was point 10? No, wait. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, point 10. Be consistent. Consistency. You know, like in SpongeBob when he goes, imagination, consistency. Just make sure that you're regular. Like, I know I'm not very good with this YouTube thing, but like, YouTube's cool and stuff, but it's not episode, it's not writing, which is my real passion. So I know I'm not like practicing what I preach with consistency on YouTube, but don't like disappear. just be there. Like, people like to know when their creators are going to upload their content. So try and upload like every Friday or every Saturday or like every Tuesday and Saturday, and like let people know what's going on with you, and don't finish a story and then start another one like 6 months later. Like, always have something lined up if you want it to be like super successful. And don't get me wrong, people that don't adhere to this or my tips, they can still be super successful. Like, there's going to be people with super short original stories that aren't cliche at all, that are absolutely phenomenal, and that's awesome. Like, that is so great. But like, I'm not going to pretend that like I've got the most original ideas in the world and everything I write is gold. Literally, it's not. Like, I found a formula that works and I use it, and you can too. And whoops, you can literally be any age, any ability, you can be educated or not, it doesn't matter. If you have a passion for writing, then episodes for you. Just follow these previous 10 tips that I've given you and you will smash it, mate. Okay, that is it. Meme review. Episode review. Okay, I'll stop clapping. I'll try not to do it so much in the next video. If you liked this video, don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Bronte.episode. I wonder if someone's got Bronte episode. Okay, cool. See you later, YouTube. I won't leave it so long next time, I promise. Love you, bye.